All right, everybody. So, a lot of what I talk about in my videos, it sounds like it's inspirational and stuff like that. But I can imagine someone saying like, hey, do you really believe what you say? Do you really practice what you preach? You always have these rah-rah, sis, boom, boom messages, but, does it really work? All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give you a little example that, yes, it does work. All right, so just follow me. Don't worry about the camera quality and the lights and stuff like that. I ain't editing all that out. I need you to get the raw and the real deal. So, as you can see right here, all right, so if you have a Camaro or whatever, you know that the battery's in the back of the car, all right? Battery's in the back of the car, and obviously batteries got to be replaced every, what, 3 years, something like that. And so, if you have a 2011 Camaro, you know that if the battery goes dead, you cannot open up the trunk. Not without the button there. All right, let me show you. There's a button right here. And obviously you got the key fob and all that stuff like that. So you can't open it up. So me, in my great wisdom, closed the trunk after taking out the dead battery, just to remember a little bit later on that, dang, I can't open the trunk without the battery. Unless I'm going to show you something real quick. So I have to go through all this, right? I have to go through that. I'm going to show you the other side, right? Because the only way to open it up is with this little bad boy right here. This, all right? But obviously, it's not easy to get to that when you have a gigantic box in the way. So, when I found this out, I'm going to go back into the garage. Or, let me show you the inside of the car real quick. So this is what the inside of the car looks like. I don't know if it's upside down or whatever, but you'll get the drift. All right, so there's no real easy way to get through it. So what do? Do I get all motivational and happy, like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get it done. No problem, no harm, no foul, da-da-da-da. Nope. I started huffing and puffing and heavy breathing and going and leaning against the wall and making all this noise and making all this ruckus. To get attention so someone could ask me what's wrong so I can complain to them and, oh, woe is me. I stayed in that mode for maybe about, 5 minutes or so. And then I had to stop and think to myself, bro, huffing and puffing, complaining, it ain't gonna do nothing. It's not going to fix your problem. It's not going to open your trunk, and no one is going to do it for you. No one is coming to save you, Mr. Fairclough. You gotta do it yourself. You gotta figure out a way to do it. And being in this funky mood is not going to do it. Complaining and moaning and, oh my gosh, it's the word. It's not gonna get anything done. So you know what I did? I got my headphones, I put them on, I started listening to Mulan. And then after I started listening to Mulan, what was it? Make a Man Out of You. I'm gonna make a man out of you. Love that song. And I started listening to some other music, and I got to work. I started racking my brain, like, how can I solve this problem? How can I fix this? But the point of this video is not how to fix this. All right, I just want to show you all the difficulty it had to go through to get to that little hook thing right there, right? Had to use these hangers right here and lean on down in the back and all this stuff like that. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is how long are you going to stay in your funky mood before you solve your problem, because no one's going to solve it for you, and being in your funky mood is not going to help you either. How long are you going to stay in that mood? How long are you going to stay in that mood because your kids did something wrong? How long are you going to stay in that mood because your spouse did something wrong? How long are you going to stay in that mood because your boss did something wrong? Or your kids at school did something wrong? Or your coworkers did something wrong? Or someone in the club or at the bar? How long are you going to stay in your funky mood because it's not going to solve your problem? It's not. That's the point of this video. Get out of the mood. You feel it for a little bit. You recognize that, yes, whatever your situation is, maybe it sucks, maybe you don't like how people talk to you, maybe the situation was hard, or whatever the case may be. But guess what? No one is coming to save you. Get out of your funky mood and find a way to solve your problem. For me, you know what I did? I made a decision. I said, you know what? I got to get it done. And being in this mood is not going to help me get it done. So I got my music, I put it on, I started thinking, and I solved it. And I promised to God, it took me less time to solve that problem than it did being in that funky mood. I literally went in the car, found out, leaning down and laying down and stretching my arm up and all this stuff like that. And I was able to get the hangers in there and pop the trunk And now I'm about to put the battery in and be happy as a little lamb. What would have happened if I just made the decision in the beginning and said, you know what? Let me just get the problem solved. All right, no sense in huffing and puffing about it. Let me just get the problem solved. I wouldn't be making this video right now. I would be inside, chilling in a nice warm house, maybe playing video games with my kids, or spending time with the wife, or working on my dissertation, something like that. I wouldn't be even making a video right now. But you know what? Maybe God had me go through this struggle for you. So maybe you don't have to go through that pissing and moaning and feeling all bad and crying and complaining about your situation. Maybe he made me go through that so you can watch this video, and when you get into that situation, you say, you know what, I'm not going to let this interaction affect my day. It's not going to dictate my day. The argument I have with my spouse in the morning is not going to dictate my day. My boss's bad reports are not going to dictate my day. My kids in school not doing what they're supposed to do is not going to dictate my day. Yes, it sucks. No, I don't like it. Let's move on to solving the problem. And if I can't solve it, hey, it is what it is. So whatever you got to do to get out of that mood, right? Because for me, it was the music. It worked. I put the music on, I made the decision, and I just got to work. Maybe it's something different for you. Maybe you got to go for a walk. Maybe you got to call up a friend. Maybe you got to, do some push-ups. I don't know. Maybe you got to write something down in a journal. Maybe you got to scream in a pillow. Whatever you got to do to get out of your funky mood, do it. Do it quick, do it fast. Let's solve the problem and move on with our lives, right? Because guess what? No one is coming to solve it for you. No one is coming to solve your problem for you. You got to do it yourself. So be encouraged. Find a way to get out of your funky mood. Like I said, music, writing, exercise, someone else, to talk to, whatever, a video, whatever you got to do. Get out of your funky mood, solve your problem, move on with your life. But don't sit in that mood, because you sit in that mood, you're going to end up becoming depressed. You're going to end up becoming anxious. You're going to end up becoming bitter. For what? Because you don't want to, because you want to sit in the funk? Come on, man. Come on. I'm going to wait for someone to apologize to me? Come on, man. It's your life. You're in complete and total control of it. You're in control of your emotions and your actions. You don't wait for anybody to tell you when to feel better. You feel better now. Make that decision. All right. And if y'all need help, if you're still in your mood and you don't know how to get out of it, listen, I'll give you the push. Hit me up. Let me know. Get yourself a consultation, and we'll get started and get you out of that mood and get you on with your life so you can be the best version of yourself you could possibly be. Y'all take care. Be blessed. I'm finna get my car going, and I'll see y'all later. Take care.